easy go.
Right guys, this is going to be my first Nightfall solo for the second week of Forsaken. For those that just want to see the run, then skip to the time on the screen. For the rest of you, I'll show you my Nightfall challenge card, subclass, weapons and all of that. Now if you were below say 520 light, I would advise against you soloing a Nightfall. Just go ahead and get a team or LFG it or what have you, as it's probably not going to be worth the time input that it's going to take like half an hour plus, maybe 40 minutes to do that, depending on how good you are. I'm not saying it's impossible. I didn't want it 515 light last week, but the thing is, it's just going to take more time. If you were 520s up to the 530s, yeah, that's fine, you can do it at that. The way I go by it is, if the enemies have skulls on them, you are severely underleveled and you're going to have a hard time doing it. If the enemies have swords on them, on their icon next to them, then you're going to have some difficulty, but it's within your range. And if the ads have their icon next to them, so they're a symbol, whether it be a Vex symbol, Fallen symbol, if they have that, you are in a healthy range of the enemy. Which if that's the case for you, like if you're 530s plus, it's not too bad when you within the 10 light level range of the activity, which is 540. So just before I get that out of the way, don't attempt it if you're way under leveled, only if you're appropriate leveled. So first I'll talk about the card. So the Nightfall challenge card is real simple. We're doing a 0 handicap, solar singe, heavyweight and momentum. Solar singe and heavyweight are used on purpose, and they're our multipliers for the Nightfall. And momentum is a negative, but it's actually a positive, to be honest. If you master the style of momentum and using it, you actually really want to put it on rather than not want to put it on. Also, it rapidly increases your melee energy. So if you're a Titan, your shoulder charge is going to come back real quick. If you've lost it, you're on a strike Titan, you lose it, you'll get it back really quick. Hunters, you'll get your throwing knives. Night Stalkers, you get your smoke bombs. Warlocks, you get your whatever melee is the point, you get it back super quick. Also allows you to be super aggressive. So as for my armor, it's just all my highest light gear. This is not optimized. I don't know what any of the perks are. I haven't really looked at them. So yeah, this doesn't matter really for this, as long as you're got your highest light stuff on. If your perfect build happens to be your highlight stuff on, then yeah, play with that. As for my weapons, I'm using Better Devils, the Arcalos shotgun, the EP shotgun, and Sleeper Simulant as my heavy. So Sleeper Simulant's going to take advantage of the buffs with the Solar Singe and the heavyweight. That's when it's going to do a lot of my damage. Obviously I've got the shotgun as well. I just happen to have put that on as its solar matches the whole theme of the Nightfall. And Devils, this is not the usual year 1 Devils with explosive rounds. This is a random roll one, of course, from this year, which this is the best one I've got so far. So it has Kill Clip, Outlaw and Flared Magwell. And Flared Magwell and Outlaw do stack for reload buff. So the reload and it's really good with this, and I actually enjoy Kill Clip as well. As for my subclass, so this is basically the main reason why we're doing it, is to see how good this subclass is, what's its DPS like, what's it like for ads, and so on and so forth. So the new super for the gunslinger is Blade Barrage. So this super is unlike nothing. It's a high DPS super, but if you're surrounded by a ton of ads, it's going to take them all out. Whereas Nova Bomb fills this role in a certain way as well, but a Nova Bomb's not it's maybe not even as good as this for ad clear, depending on how the ads are spread around. This super seeks, all the knives seek the ads out. They track the, Nova Bomb isn't going to do that apart from the slow the bomb, but yeah, I just think it's real good for that, and it's good for DPS also. So with its perks, I'll explain its perks. So knife trick. So this is not like a normal throwing knife. This is you're throwing a couple of knives, like 2 or 3, and you throw them completely different, and they're actually quite powerful. And it'll actually make the target burn. So there's that. But what comes into this perk is this perk. So there's synergy. So it says destroying a burning enemy recharges your knife. So you set your, say you hit a target but it doesn't kill him. If you kill that enemy while he's burning, you'll get your knife back. If you happen to kill the enemy with your knife, you're even more so likely to get your knife back. So you can spam your knife a lot with this class, and this knife I actually like. On the other gunslingers, I've never liked the knife because it's, you miss your knife, that's it. This knife isn't as easy to miss. It's a better knife. And for the last perk, while enemies burn, your dodge ability recharges faster. So this doesn't sound really good, but it is in a way, because if you're spamming your knife a lot, then you're going to be able to reload your weapon more often, because I always run marksman's dodge. So there's some synergy with the knife play, and the super is really, really good. I'm using Trip Mine Grenade as it's the highest DPS grenade. Swarm Grenade is an easier one to use. You could go ahead and use that one if Trip Mine's not doing it for you. Like I said, I was using marksman's dodge and triple jump. So that's the subclass and everything. Alright guys, on with the run. So yeah, it will be Inverted Spire first. I will be doing a Zol and the new strike from the DLC. I forget the name of it, but I'll be doing that one also, as that's the Nightfall this week as well. So I won't miss out on that. So with this first section, it's either going to be open or closed. And it's a social space, so we can't control that. If it is closed, it's no big deal, as these ads aren't threatening really at all. They're not Nightfall tier enemies. Because it's not technically in the Nightfall, it's just before it. You're seeing there, when I'm killing ads with my throwing knife, I'm getting it back. If I don't have it back, then when I'm running with momentum, it's coming back super quick. You can sparrow past all of this as well, right into the portals. Once you get to this portal, you want to jump off. If you want to sparrow through this portal, you need a quick summon ability on your sparrow or your ghost, and you can do it. If you don't have that, then just go through the portal as normal. We can kill these ads as well. Momentum's going to help us get past it. Get our health up. This is why I always say get used to with momentum, as you can do things you wouldn't otherwise be able to do if you didn't have it on. With that second portal, you can sparrow with any. If you don't have quick summon, you can still summon your sparrow. You just need to do it when you're halfway, or before after halfway. Okay, so with this first room, the first proper room, you're gonna either have Vex or Cabal. I got the Cabal rotation, which is technically easier because we're on Solar Singe, and the Vex do Solar. Yes, the Cabal do as well, but the thing is, it's Cabal and Vex fighting, so things a little different. Now I'm using Sleeper to take out the 2 snipers, I guess, because I don't have a long range weapon. You don't have to kill the Cabal in this area, but just like to clear everything out. Okay, so once everything's cleared, I can jump down. Now we're going to have a load of goblins and 2 major minotaurs spawn.
Any advice on an energy shield?
I believe the nearby Vex constructs maintain that barrier.
Well, I could have... Okay, we'll shoot them.
So this is kind of dangerous when you're confronting goblins try not to confront them all in a pack, and if you do like that, put a shot in or two and then start running. As like I say, with it being solo, they can do a lot of damage to you. I felt this was a good time to use my super and check what it's like, as I've only recently unlocked it. See what it's like on ads, bad control. Also, what you'll see, it generates a lot of orbs. I only generated 6, but you can generate up to 7, which is really good. And it's got good ad clear as well. So now we've cleared that area, we're going to need a super for the next phase, which the next phase is going to be 2 major targets we need to kill. I end up killing a lot more, as I'm just wanting my super back again to see what it's like on a major, to see what it's like on a boss type enemy. Also to show people maybe they haven't got this class, maybe they chose the Void Hunter instead of these. See here, if I throw my throwing knife and it doesn't kill the enemy, as long as I kill that enemy while he's burning, that'll give me my throwing knife energy back. So you can keep a long chain of your knife staying up, and even then if you lose it, momentum's going to give you it back. When you get an ad with burning damage, it doesn't debuff the enemy, which would have been nice, but they just burn, they just take some tick damage. Right now I'm just trying to make some orbs and stuff and try and get my super for the next part. Now on the next part, the 2 mages can be positioned in different places. All depends on the rotation. This particular one, they are both in the houses, left and right. But sometimes, I think on the Vex rotation, you'll have one on the right side house and one on the docks. It's the guy on the docks ends up fighting the Vex, so that one's actually easier. But they're both the same really. If you've got Sleeper, because Sleeper Simulant will 2-shot these guys. So what we've got to be aware of is 2 snipers, 2 solo snipers on each house, and a Colossus in mid. I want to use my super on the first major, and just 1 shot. That's an excellent damage. And now we can take out snipers and the Colossus. So, like I said, on this rotation, the other Centurion, or Major, he's going to be in this house over here. You can bait him outside, as there is a lot of Cabal there, but if he comes in your field of view early on, you can kind of stagger him like this. Sometimes he'll hide and so.
Why didn't that happen to the Red Legion?
Make sure you pick up any heavy. This is one of the last opportunities to get heavy, really, if you're doing it the way I am. So I would say minimum you want 8 shots for the boss anyways. So from now on you don't really need to be using heavy unless you've got bricks on the floor or you've got plenty heavy. Heavyweight's on, so you should be getting plenty of drops. Of course now you can't rely on mages giving you heavy anymore, so that mechanic's out the game now. It's just a random drop rate. Right here I'm just farming super energy. You can skip these ads of course, but I was just farming, as if it was the Cabal rotation on this bit, it's a little harder with the Cabal mages, the melee mages. and they just chase you forever. On the Vex rotation, it's far easier.
For them, I'd want it gone.
The thing you gotta worry about is the Minotaur, which he one shot with a sleeper. With this, for those that don't maybe know, most people probably know, but once you activate the switch, you'll see the percentage just keeps going up. It's not based on ads, it's not based on killing them, it's just based on time. So you can just run around, especially if you got momentum, just run around the map. If you have full super, all heavy, then you wouldn't need to kill any ads at all. But if you've already used your super, more than likely on a major earlier on, you would. Once that's done, we can step through the portal. Try not to step through it too early, as that door, if you hit that door, will kill you. We can summon our Sparrow at this section and Sparrow through. If you're going to make that jump like that, make sure you do a side dodge before you fall, as you just make sure you don't take any fall damage. Now this is iffy whether you get through or not. If you have get the Chablo rotation, just stay on the middle layer and Sparrow right through, you're okay. If it's the Vex rotation, you might be better off jumping off your Sparrow and running through, because you're a one shot, well I'm a one shot at my light on your Sparrow. So when your Sparrow explodes, so do you. So just be aware of that. So now we've got some harpies to take out, and then it's the boss. So for the boss I've got a grenade, super, throw a knife and enough heavy. I pre-place my trip mine, throw a knife, super, and I want to do 3 sleeper shots. If I do 4, I run the risk of dying basically. 3 is enough because we have enough heavy to take him on this second plate. On this second plate you want to find a sharp pillar. There's one here and there's one to my right as well. Now you need to wait with your shots because he's immune for a long time, longer than you think. Once he starts to shoot at you, or just before, that's when you can start to shoot him. 5 shots took him down for me. Wasn't too bad. Yeah, overall I think the damage output of this super is very good. It's in a better situation than he's normally because Solar Singe is on, so it's buffing it a little. But even then, it's still a very good super for ad clear, good for boss DPS. Overall, I really like this new class, and plus with the throwing knife stuff. I end up getting a god roll, or nearly god roll, Misfit, Rampage, Flare Magwell. A good roll. Yeah, so that's how you solo Nightfall this week. Like I say, I will cover the others, Zol and the other, and I can't remember the name of it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you now.